All right, I think we're live. I think we're on. This is my first stream doing with the new Stream Deck in OBS live on YouTube, and today we're going to do this Lamborghini drawing, how we get started. And I'm just going to start kind of showing people how I get going up on top here. And so with that, I'll show you what we're working on. This is the Lambo here, of course, and as we go along, I'm going to start up in this area, in the area above the building. So let me show you what this is going to look like. I've got an image right here that I can pick up. And so here's what we've got. If you can see on the picture on the left there, it's just a sky with some clouds. I actually just went to Grok, and when I go to Grok and I just typed in, give me a sunny sky with some clouds, pretty, that on top of a factory or something like that. That kind of gets me, instead of having to spend all this time on the internet looking for the right image or the right reference material, go through my books and books and books, I can type something into Grok or Canva even, and just it comes up with something that I like that I can use for just reference material. So that's that. So when I get there, then the other part is the Lamborghini that I'm drawing. As you can see, is on the right side. They've got a I took it and superimposed it off another picture found on the interwebs of the Lamborghini factory that I liked, and it had another car in front of it. That's a white blotch that's behind it. So I just photoshopped this car into that area and kind of sized it and scaled it the way I wanted to, and that's my reference material for the art of the car in general. I don't, and this is just literally just for reference. It's not really super. Like I don't use that as a reference exactly. I do this more as a just yeah, reference, just get started. So we're going to start up here. I'm going to put some blues and some clouds and stuff up in there. So we are going to get that happening. So with that, let me get this happening right here. We're going to go to this one here so I can see it. All right. And so we'll start out by just laying out some of these clouds. And to do that, I'm going to start with this is kind of a gray. It's too light. I'm going to go with a little darker gray. Let me figure out what I want to do here. I want a darker gray, not super dark. So we're going to go with a gray like this. So this is it's a little bit darker than what's on the board here. And I'm going to draw out the bottom of some clouds as you'd see them. Because if the sun's on top, obviously the clouds on the bottom will be a little bit darker. So we're going to draw those out like this. As they go back into, make it a little closer together. I like to make them look like they go back into space like that. As they get further forward, of course, you'll see more of the cloud. So do that. Again, this is the bottom, the dark parts of the cloud. I'm going to throw some over here too. Like that, so. Again, just makes them look like they're going back into space. That'll be all part of this same cloud here. Right. And I'm going to keep no clouds on top of the Lamborghini side. I think we're going to keep that nice and clean. But this will just be a short video on how to do this. Anyway, so that's it. I just realized I forgot to turn on my GoPro, so we got to get that going too, because I like to shoot these as I do kind of a time lapse. So we're going to go set this to time lapse. Wide, we're going to go up. Put that about like there. Boom, and we are rolling. Almost forgot. I forget to do this stuff sometimes. The artist's mind. So next, again, we want to look at the color of the sky and the clouds. I just laid that darker gray, as you can see the darker gray on the bottom of the clouds. And I'm going to put some white on top and then the blue. But I'm going to do the white first so I know where the blue needs to go. Then we're going to blend it all together. So let's get going on that. I think we can zoom in even a little bit here. So I can't get a better shot for you guys as we're going along. So with the white, I'm just going to use a, if I want to go full white, or yeah, I think I'm just going to go straight full white. And just to delineate where those clouds are going to end up. So, the sun on this particular drawing is going to be, coming kind of straight down. So I'm going to come in here with just some white. And I'm not trying to like draw each cloud right now. I'm just laying in some color. Because these will get blended with other kind of blues and whatnot. Not to mention the Lamborghini sign, which is a big metal sign. The flag there. This is how I'm going to get definition on that flag and contrast. As you can see, these start to make sense once you put some lighter color in them. You can see them like clouds is so random that you need to do random color. Kind of random things with it. That is the flag. A little piece of the flag under here I want to get. So that's that. And then we're going to have a lot of blue. This will be loud. Loud. My pencil sharpener. Nice electric one because I'm lazy and I use an old Boston. Oops. Old Boston pencil sharpener because I just dig that. Works good. There's this. I have a brush I keep around for brushing the chunks off. All right, now we're going to throw some blue up in there. And we're going to start out with a, let's see. This is it's kind of a blue-violet lake, they call it. And as you go, it's going to be darker on the top. I'll show you the picture here. So if you look at the color of the Lamborghini factory picture on the right, it's very light, and I like the rich blue of the one on the left, so we're going to use more of a rich blue sky on this one. I think it'll look good, and it'll really stand out from the building, but it's going to fade from a dark on top to a lighter blue down here. So first I'm going to start out with just throwing this together. Just getting some blue up in here. There's a flagpole here I want to make sure I stay away from. Get a nice edge to it. Because we are going to blend all this in a minute. You'll see what we're going to do with this. It's pretty cool. You have the Lambo factory. We're going to get that, all that going here. Loud. A little pencil. So this is just one color I'm using up here, but there's going to be a bunch of different colors we're going to use in the sky. Kind of see how it goes. And this is, so the car itself is actually drawn with a pen, but I did the background with pencil in case I want to make some changes to it. So as I'm going down, I'm getting a little bit lighter with this one towards the top of the roof because I want to go with a lighter blue that has more of an aqua flavor to it, such as this. I gotta sharpen it. So this has got, it's a little bit, not quite enough aqua in that one. That was a cloud blue, they call it, but it is a nice transitional color to put in here. And like I said, I'm going to go in here and use this. This gives the sky some texture, which I like to have in there. Everyone likes a little texture in their sky. There we go, there we go. Yeah, see, it starts to look nice now. Bring that in right into those clouds. I'm not even that worried about getting into the cloud. Because it's all going to get blended together in a minute anyway. But I do want to get this lighter color in and around the building. And I'm picking purposely a nice cool color because the building will have a warmer feel to it, some grays and stuff. I'm going to get in between all the letters here. You see, I'm not even being super careful at this point. It's more just let's get the color in there. So we can have something to work with, which you will here. And I'm going to put another blue in the top here too before we do the blending with, yeah, I'm going to use this to blend with. This is, I'll hold it up here, see if we can get a good, there we go. Rossignol, lighter fluid. It melts the wax in the pencils. I'll show you what I do. Which is also why I have toilet paper, toilet paper, excuse me. Because this all works too. Let's see here. So now, all right, I've got pretty much good coverage. Let me get a little more up in this area where those light parts are. And we get in between some different things here. Because the skies, the colors all blend together. So I want to go with a nice bright blue. This is a, let's see, oh, yeah, that's a good one. This is, it's called Blue Lake. So it's my Prismacolor pencils. It's called Blue Lake. We're going to sharpen it. This is going to give us that nice in-between blue between the two, and it'll help darken up the top and enrichen it. Right, there we go, there we go. Then I'm going to bring some more white in the bottom. Just to blend these together a little bit, like so. I just like to have a little white down there. It gives it, helps with the contrast and brighten up some of the other colors. So there we go. Now, we're going to take, let me see what two, let me get up to this one here, and we're going to switch those over. So now I'm going to take toilet paper, and this is regular, like, 2-ply. I like the 2-ply toilet paper better. And then just take a square, right? I'm going to fold that up. You know, I discovered this process when I was in college. I went to Minneapolis College of Art and Design back in the 80s and early 90s. And I liked airbrushing, but I hated having to mask everything off. But I love the blends and stuff you could get with airbrushing. But it takes too much time. So by just folding this up, and then we just use this little, because I used to smoke like a chimney. And so I just put a few drops on here like this. You know, not much, just a couple drops on like that. Now let me show you what this will do down here. So now, when you're looking at the blend up here, I'll just take this and slide this across. The idea here is just to blend the colors together. And I still want some texture in it, so I'm not trying to blend them totally smooth. But you can, you can see I'm going right over the Lambo sign a little bit there. Needs a little bit more, gets a little chalky. Because I'll go back into that sign and with an eraser, and I can erase what I went over with this gives you a nice sky start. Whenever I do the drawings, I want the backgrounds to somewhat fade back. You know, I like them to be tight and nice, but if they fade a little bit back where you don't get quite the contrast, but you just get the colors that you're bringing into the piece, I really like that look. So something like that. Now you can really start to see, if I zoom in on that a little bit. Let's see if I zoom in. I'll get it to where you can see it. You know, now you've got a pretty, you know, pretty cool look there. I'll zoom out all the way. And now it starts to read as a sky. So detailing inside of each one of these now, I'd go around, sharpen. I'll sharpen the pencil and I'll go around on something like, let me see if I can zoom in on here somewhere. That would make sense. Yeah, so we'll zoom in here. And now I can go back into this and I can tighten up that edge however I want, right? You can see the pencil breaks there. But by doing that, I can make the clouds have some interest. Same up in here, you know. Get to the edge of that cloud. That would be a nice tight edge with the layers, because clouds are all layers. That brush, get those chunks off of there. So you can see now the cloud has some delineation to it. We can go back in here now with the gray. And bring the gray back in. Makes for a nice looking cloud. Now I mentioned the eraser. Here's the eraser I use right here. Magic Rub, baby. Best thing in the world. Give it a nice tight edge. Erase into there. Do the same in here with the Lambo. And I'm erasing. I'm not necessarily trying to get everything out, but I'm just trying to get a good amount of it out there, so when I put new pigment in later, it'll look good. So anyway, that is my process for doing the sky. So there we go. Back that back down. So there's the whole Lamborghini. And we've got, if I go to my dual cam here, that's it. So thanks for watching. This is just one of many. This is an experiment. We'll see how they go. And, you know, make sure you like and subscribe this. We'll be doing quite a bit more of this. I'm going to do everything through this. I'm going to try to document this whole drawing live here on YouTube as I'm doing this one. This particular drawing is for a gentleman that he won the Edina car show, Best in Show, with this Lamborghini, and it's a Huracan. It's a pretty damn cool car, so we're getting this done for him as the prize. That's the grand prize in the Edina show, and I'll be doing this. I also have a website, madkstudio.com, maddkstudio.com, so be sure to go check that out. See all of the different artwork and stuff I do. This year I came out with some, I got 2 coloring books out that are adult coloring books, that on this page we will also be using this channel and this playlist for all of those too. So this is basically going to be an artwork based playlist, and hope you enjoy it. And so with that, I will bid you adieu, and I appreciate very much you watching.